Crypto Spore here. In this video, I'm going to explain how the price or value of any given cryptocurrency or a blockchain token or digital asset or something like that, how that's determined. So a lot of people who are brand new to cryptocurrency and the blockchain space, they aren't quite sure why Litecoin is worth this much and Bitcoin is worth that much, or why EOS is worth more than Tron or something like that, right? Like, how is that determined? To put it really simply, any given cryptocurrency or blockchain asset is worth what people are willing to pay for it. And I know that's super simple, but that really is what it boils down to. Now, you have something called an exchange. And this is usually where most of the price action is taking place. This is where the value of any given cryptocurrency is usually happening. So an exchange is a place where people can buy and sell different assets, like cryptocurrency or dollars. So you have something called Forex, which stands for foreign exchange. You may be familiar with this. This is a conventional trading system where you can trade against currency pairs, like, say, the Canadian versus the US dollar, or you can do the Russian ruble versus Japanese yen, something like that, right? And you can buy those pairs, you can sell, you can short, you can do margin trades, things like that. But ultimately, you are saying, I'm willing to pay this much of one currency to buy another currency. Or I'm willing to sell this currency for this much of that other currency. And that's exactly the same way as it happens on blockchain. With blockchain assets like cryptocurrencies and tokens, you have an exchange, let's say Bitfinex. And on, say, Bitfinex, you've got people who are trading US dollars for Bitcoin. And you can set your price that you're willing to buy or sell for. And then if somebody else has a matching offer, then that transaction goes through. So let's just say we have Jercoin. I don't know if that's a real thing. I'm just making it up. So let's say you've got Jercoin, because my name is Jeremy. So Jercoin hits the market. There are, let's say, 100,000 Jercoin out there, and it gets airdropped to a bunch of different people. Let's say people who have a certain amount of battle tokens on the STEEM blockchain. I airdrop to all those holders to their wallet Jercoin, which is, let's say, another token on the STEEM blockchain, just to make it easy. So 100,000 of these Jercoin tokens are out there, and people want to buy and sell them. So they go onto an exchange that allows them to work with Jercoin and others, create like a pair, let's say between STEEM and Jercoin. And now let's say the first person is like, you know what? I think this is a really cool coin. I'm willing to pay one STEEM for 1,000 Jercoin. And somebody is like, well, I've got 1,000 Jercoin that I don't really want, and I would much prefer to have one STEEM than to have 1,000 Jercoin, so let's do it. And they put on that exchange that transaction, and then it goes through. And then they exchange one STEEM for 1,000 Jercoin. And they're both happy. And now let's say somebody else says, well, I'm willing to buy 1,000 Jericoin for 1 Steem as well, and they put that on the blockchain. But there's somebody else is like, nobody else is willing to let go of their Jericoin for less than 2 Steem per 1,000 Jericoin, let's say. So that will just sit there. The buy order and the sell order will just sit there in the exchange, and it'll do nothing. And there'll be that gap between the spread between the buy price and the sell price. Between the highest buy price and the lowest sell price, that is the spread. So that's just never gonna happen unless somebody decides, you know what, I'm willing to accept a little bit less. And then they're like, you know what, I'm willing to accept a bit more. And maybe they meet in the middle and they change their orders. So now they're like, you know what, I'll sell 1,000 Jericoin for 1.5 Steem. And the other one's like, you know what, I'm willing to pay that 1.5 Steem to get 1,000 Jericoin. They change their orders, now it goes through. Now imagine this happening with, let's say, 200 people that want to buy and sell between Steem and Jericoin. Now you're going to get all these different orders, and the ones that match in the middle, they're going to go through. And that most recent transaction is generally thought of as the current price of Jericoin in Steem dollars, or in Steem, liquid Steem, let's say. So you can say right now the current price of Jericoin is 1.5 Steem per 1,000 Jericoin, whatever that works out to. I'm not going to do the calculation in my head. I know it's easy, but okay, fine, I'll do it. So you move it 1, 2, 3. So then it would be 0.0015 Steem per Jericoin. Are you happy now? So that's the going rate at that moment when that transaction happened. Now there could be several transactions that are happening, and maybe it goes up. Maybe people are like, oh, you know, I want that Jericoin, and then they start putting higher offers than the most. Let's say the highest buy order goes back down to like 1 Steem. Somebody's like, you know what, but the lowest sell order is still 2, let's say. Somebody's like, I'm willing to pay 1.1. And somebody was like, you know what, I'm willing to pay 1.2. And then other people keep adding orders. And now somebody's like, I want to just dump all of my Jericoin. I'm going to dump it for 1 Steem. And they put like, say, let's say they put like 10,000 Jericoin up for 1 Steem. Instantly, those higher bids are going to instantly get taken out until the point where all of that has gone, and as long as there are orders, as long as there are buyers who are willing to buy at 1 Steem or above, that order will get filled. And now Jericoin is now down to 0.001, I think it was, right? Or 1 Steem per 1,000 Jericoin. So that is the price action that happens. And on a really busy exchange, you can have thousands of orders, and some of them are just fractions of a cent different from each other. And that is that point where the buy orders and the sell orders meet, that price point where it meets, that is the current going rate of any of these cryptocurrencies. Now, with that knowledge, you might be like, well, there are several exchanges, that deal with Bitcoin. It's not just Bitfinex. There's also Poloniex. There's also Binance. All these different exchanges that are out there. Well, how are they all having the same price? Well, there's something called arbitrage. And arbitrage is taking advantage of the price differences between exchanges. So let's say Jericoin is going for 1 Steem per 1,000 Jericoin on this one exchange, but on the other, let's say it's going for 1.5 Steem per 1,000. Well, what you could do is you could buy a whole bunch of Jericoin on that exchange that it's going for 1 Steem per 1,000, transfer it over to the other exchange, and then sell it for 1.5 Steem per 1,000. And every 1,000 you do, you're going to earn a half of a Steem profit through that arbitrage opportunity. Now, by doing this, that actually makes the prices in the 2 different exchanges get closer to each other. So it's actually a bit of a service to the community to do these arbitrages when they occur, because it normalizes the prices across multiple exchanges. So it's not a sneaky way of making money. It's not illegal. It's not damaging to the community. Arbitrage actually helps normalize the price across various different exchanges. So I hope you have a better understanding of that. I know it kind of gets a little bit complicated when you don't have some visual aids to help you understand, but hopefully that gives you a bit better of an understanding of how the price is determined on any of these various cryptocurrencies. And if you enjoy subjects related to cryptocurrency, blockchain, blockchain-based games where you can earn cryptocurrency by playing the game, investment in general, things like that, I do videos like that on this channel, and I would love if you'd subscribe and join me on this channel and join me in this burgeoning community of blockchain. And until next time, everybody, I'm still coming up with a good sign off, so hurrah! I don't know.